Hi, Happy New Year. And this is the first sort of proper video I've done. I did the one that was a congratulations for people who won the chicken run books, crochet books, but this one is going to be about the toy fair we went to. Now this always happens straight after Christmas, so it was the 30th of January we went, and there are more, shall we call them, boys' toys, but you know, the trains, the cars, all those sort of things. But they're now starting to get more generic toys there. There are actually stalls for dolls and things like that. So I didn't get a lot this time, but what I got with, I am over the moon with. Now the first one, we're going to go top down, I need to show you this one, is this one. Now this is a fabulous book. As you can see, it's Colette Mansell. She's done a few books. I have some of her others, and this is hardback, original book. Really pleased with it, and I paid £20 for this, so really happy. I love these books. I love going through the history of them. Even them themselves become historic because the way things are worded and that, and it just shows how things have changed over the years. So that was my first purchase. The second one was a doll, not one I was anticipating. I'd seen lots of other dolls, but I know for example March Payne's been talking about what he's going to be doing this year with these dolls, and I'm of a slightly similar theme. I'm going to come away a little bit from the generic dolls and choose something that I really want, even if it means I've got to wait a little bit. Now this one, I had some Christmas money, that's why I bought her, and here she is. She is a Twilight doll. Again, we're going to go top down and open her up. This is Jane. Not necessarily my favourite character, and I don't actually think she looks that much like her, but I just think the doll itself is stunning. So that is what I got from her. I did get her reduced as well because it said 51 here, and I ummed and ahed a bit, and he went, oh, you can have it for 45. Now I said I'd come back. We had a quick check on sort of other selling sites to see the price, and it came down that it was actually a very good price, so I went back and got her. So I'm really pleased. I do think she's so pretty. I only have one of the Twilight doll, which is my Jasper, who I love his hair. I think his hair's amazing on Jasper, so she will be going alongside with Jasper. I need to sort all these out actually. It's a bit chaotic up there because I need to move the Christmas Barbies up onto the Barbie shelf, so on and so forth, and move everything about. The whole room needs moving about. It's chaos in here. Now there was one other thing I did buy. Now if I can, bear with me, reach across. Now I've not done this video yet, but for Christmas, as a 57-year-old woman, I asked for my first Action Man, and I got one. Yay! And he's so cute. I haven't done the video yet, but when we went, I wanted to find a couple of clothes that would be generic. I mean, my husband's rummaging through and he's choosing like military outfits, and I said, I don't want military. I want him in normal clothes as well. So we did manage to get a couple of bits. I got a little shirt and I got a little pair of trousers. I noticed they're all short though. You guys who collect Action Man, is that normal? My husband says it's just because they have boots all the time. But every pair of trousers we picked up were 3/4. So I thought, well, they'll do for the summer, if nothing else. So I'm quite pleased. A little bit of repair work on one of them. So I will show you them properly when I open my Action Man, which is going to be soon. I have things built up because I've done nothing over Christmas. I decided that was it. I was sort of mentally shutting down from things. I was having a little bit of time to sort out what I'm going to do because there's lots of things I'd like to change. Oh, my head's all over the place at the moment. Hopefully you will see these things as they actually happen, but not just yet. So we're going to go top down and have a look at the little items I got. That book is so good. And we're going to open, shall we? Yeah, we will open Jane as well. It makes it a slightly long video, but I say I'm so happy with her. So let's go top down and I'll see you in a second. So here are the two items I got. Well, I got 3 items, didn't I? But these are the 2 that I'm talking about at the moment. The light is appalling in here, so I'm hoping it's going to be all right. It is so grey and rainy outside. I have 2 lights on and it still looks like this. So I'm not sure what to go for. I think we're going to go for Jane first because this book we're going to have a little look at separate in a second or two. So let's have a quick look here. You see the lights glaring on her now. I'm glad when she's out of the box. It is the Twilight Saga Eclipse, and it is the Barbie Collector Pink Label. And as you can see, it says £51 there, but I ended up getting it for 45, so I was over the moon. And there is Jane. If you don't know the films, this is the actress that plays in it as this character, and she's not a very good person, really. She's not one of the nicest characters, and as I mentioned, she wouldn't have been one of my favourite ones, but I do think, I'm just having a look at the detailing, see whether the doll's going to have that on. I don't know whether she's got it. She has. She's got a necklace on, but I just saw her up on the shelf. She was high up on a shelf, and I just thought she looked so beautiful, and that is what attracted me to her. So I'm gonna see how we get her out of the box. Now it almost indicates she's never been out of the box, this, so we will see, because I've just had to cut that little bit of plastic. I'm hoping she's going to slide out without me. No, nearly knocked everything flying, but we didn't. We managed. So we got her out of there, and then she's in like just this cardboard. It looks like it's the background from the film, sort of the outdoory bit. And as you can see, she's definitely not been opened, because we've got all this sellotape here. It's just, I don't know whether this is just holding the box together. It might be just holding the box together. I'm not sure, but it sort of looks like you should undo it. Maybe not. Am I making a pig's ear of this? There we go. And in here we have her stand. So I don't know whether we're supposed to get it out this way or from the front. I'm probably doing this all back to front. There's a stand anyway. And we have a certificate to say who she is there as well. Now it looks like she's got these. I've still got another bit of sellotape there, and we'll get there eventually. There we go. Looks like we have these twisty fastenings. I don't know whether you've come across these before, but they are quite good because you can sort of just push them through. It's still plastic, but I'm hoping if this is all that's holding her in, it's not like lots of little sort of tags and things like that. So I'm going to do that one, and if I can get my nails under that one. Right, I'm hoping these are just going to push through now. So let's see. Oh, I just got that on her head. What on earth is that off? Oh, it's come off, thankfully. I thought I'd washed all this down. Because obviously I've been doing various crafting things, because this is the board I use. I'm hoping to get a new board soon, so I can just have it out for filming, so I don't need to worry too much. Her feet are a little bit well and truly tied in, so still the same sort of boxing though. So let's have a snip. Try not to cut her shoes, and snip. And snip and snip. So that's her feet out. We have a little bit of sewing cotton holding the dress in place. She's almost out. We're almost there. What's holding your arm, missus? Similar to the feet one. And she's out. She's out. There we go. She's quite a light doll to feel. And she's still attached to a few bits and pieces. What on earth was on there? Because as far as I was aware, there was nothing on there. Oh dear, this is a bit of a... Again, it's same sort of tags, so at least she's not got them pushed through her body. So I do prefer that. I think I'm going to have to cut these. Just be careful not to cut her cape, or what do you call it, her coat, or here she is. I might leave those on her feet just for a minute. So this is like a velvety sort of soft jacket, which is quite nice, I must admit. I mean, it is joined there. I don't know whether I should leave that there. I'm going to cut it so we can see, because I don't know, is this sealed on her, or can we undo it? Right, I actually think, and that's just a bit of cotton again there, so we can take that one. Yeah, I think that is sealed onto her, so I wouldn't be changing her anyway, same as I didn't change Jasper, so that's not a big problem. We'll take that. I should have known. There they are. There had to be one, didn't there? Or at least I suppose with this plastic being over, it stops me actually cutting the hair, or the hood in this case. So let's take a hood down. Let's have a look at you if I can. There you go. So she's got her hair tied up into a bun. It's absolutely sort of immaculate in condition. I can still feel those little plastic tags that I hate. A little bit of information is there on the back there. Yeah, it's just sort of mattel, etc, etc. She has some nice head movement. I don't actually think she does look like the actress, but she is very, very pretty. I mean, I don't know if you can see a little bit more detail. Let me get her a little bit closer there. She has got a lovely face. There's little indentations as if she'd have had earrings, but she doesn't. And she has the necklace. Now that is tied into place, but it is like the one that she does wear. It is on the box. I'm not sure how or whether I'm even supposed to take this off. You would think you could, but I do think it's all stitched in place. And she doesn't appear to have anything on the top. She is a collector's doll. She's not a toy. But yeah, I'm impressed with that. That's quite nice, the detail in there. She has a little pair of, well, they're not gloves, are they? Because they can't possibly make gloves that small. They're like more like mittens, but they would have been gloves, I would have liked to think. And then we have just some leggings on, generic leggings. And the boots. The boots are quite nice, actually. Let me take that off so you can see it. Ta-da! I'd wear a pair of boots like that. They're nice. So the boots are nice as well. Now, she doesn't have much articulation. Again, she's a collector. She's one to sit on the shelf. She's one to sort of be a display, not to be played with. So they generally don't have a lot of articulation. We're just out to the side. There's nothing else. The head is about probably the most articulation we've got in the whole doll. I know a lot of people with Jasper, for example, have put him on another body, which is something I could do. But again, I'm using it for display, so I don't really think there's much need to be messing about. And if I could speak, I have never actually done a body swap. I don't know, I sort of feel guilty taking the head off another doll to put another one on. That sounds ridiculous. As you can see, it's a saddle type stand, and she does have Twilight Saga Eclipse on there, so you know which one she's actually from. So she's going to be just sat up there with Jasper. I'm sure he'll be pleased to see one of his arch enemies, but she is pretty though. So we're going to pop our Jane over there, and we're going to have a quick look at this book, because I fell in love with this book. I saw it was sort of on the floor with a lot of other books, and I just had to have it basically, because I know the other books by this person are lovely. And books for dolls now, I don't know if you've looked for them on eBay, but they can be super expensive. I know it's like with the Cindy one. I'm saying I did well. It sounds like a fortune, doesn't it? But I did well with about, I think it was about £70-ish I paid for it. But some of them on eBay are going for 200 plus. It is absolutely mad. Now, this is an old book. I love old books. You can see the photos that are in here. It goes through all the history. It says here, this book is dedicated to all who love dolls. We have historical sort of introductions, examples of very early dolls. And if we do carry on a bit, I noticed somebody had put a piece of paper in. I don't know whether this is where it was. Oh, where is it? I always find that quite interesting, because it shows an area the last person who had it was interested in. So we've got a little bit about dolls. Well, it's all about dolls, isn't it? Of course. We have a Pally toy. So we're going to get ready to start looking at the Cindy's and the previews to the Cindy's. Now, there is a page 4 Cindy. I have seen that. I haven't actually had a proper look through myself yet. But it's just fascinating to see all the different types of dolls that they wear. Oh, we've got some Cindy's there. That's Cindy skating scene, so we've got that. But look at that, it's that Farrah Fawcett Majors, isn't it? It is, yes. But yeah, there's fashion dolls, there's peg dolls, there's baby dolls. It's every sort of doll you can imagine. We have historical dolls, we have sort of dolls from different sort of areas, nationalities, things like that. So it's a book I'm going to look forward to having a bit of time and sitting down and having a look what I've got. But I am so pleased with it. I mean, there's a picture on the book. I mean, obviously this book, that's how much it was originally, £22.95. That would have been a lot in its day. And it says there, Colette Mansell and a group of dolls from her collection. Again, looking back at the era, you can see there's quite a lot of rag dolls as well, I've noticed in here. Now, where's the date? There was a date. There we go. So this book was created in 1983, hence why we do get Cindy's in here, because obviously much past that you wouldn't get them. But we've got historical, cloth dolls, pre-war companies, post-war companies, costume dolls, individual doll maker, so there's a little bit on that. dolls depicting the royal family, unidentified and miscellaneous dolls, because there's always hundreds of those, value in your dolls. There's just so much. I just love looking at the pictures more than anything as well. So to me, that was a super bargain, over the moon with it. And of course we got our Jane here as well. So they were my two main things I got from the collector's fair. And let's say it was busy. Wow, was it busy this time. It usually is just after Christmas. It's the busiest one of the year. It's in Doncaster where we went, and it was packed, absolutely packed. But it was nice to see different collectors, different types of collectors, different stalls, different types of toys. There were younger people in there as well, which was lovely to see, sort of younger ones collecting, all that side of things. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a day, my husband even booked the day, made sure he was off work for the day because he knew I wanted to go. And I still can't drive because I've still got, my ankle is still booted up because, well, I don't know whether some of you know, but it hadn't healed. So we're waiting to find out mid-month whether the break has healed yet. But so I'm not driving. So basically I needed a driver. I needed a chauffeur for the day. So that's basically it. My little items I got from the dolls, well, not a dolls fair. It is a toy and train fair. But there was so much there. I could have spent a fortune, but as I mentioned, I'm wanting to be a little bit more specific with what I buy rather than buying lots of fashion dolls and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're all having a good start to your new year. Hope the weather's a little bit better where you are than here. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.